Let's do it, y'all.
It's time for another weekly transaction check-in. This is our first week of September, which for us starts August 22nd. And actually, once November comes, like after we're married, I want to start budgeting actual calendar monthly and then also paycheck. Because having the drifting month, doing 4-week months, it's kind of getting old. And also we are pretty ahead, so in theory we can put the paychecks wherever we want. So I want to start moving forward with that. But hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Wen.
And we are paying off $620,000 worth of debt and finding financial stability for us and Wen's 3 kids.
Did we find it yet?
No.
I'll keep looking.
We're probably going to get in another $5,000 worth of debt very soon.
Don't like that.
Correct. So let's get into the transactions. He started off with a rollover of $2,743.
Looking good.
Yep, and then we brought in his paycheck from June 27th for $1,831. That is the last paycheck of last school year. So yay, we made it through the summer still using those paychecks. That's fantastic.
Just in time.
Yep. And then I brought into the budget my July 31st paycheck of $1,558. And then Snacky Snacks happened dining for $4. On the 23rd, we brought in $9,702 from the wedding budget.
And then there's a little something here. I spent $9,700. But we don't got to worry about that. No, I can't do it. I can't do it with a straight face. I was going to try to breeze past that, but it's over $9,000. So out of the wedding fund of officially maximum $4,000, we spent I think approximately 175% of the overall wedding budget just on rings. Now, previously the intention was to get some rings that suit us, suit the occasion, and are nice enough to make us feel good about wearing them, besides, all the meaning in them. And then we found out that we were within reach of the wedding bands we had always wanted, didn't know we needed type. And so we went into our little apps and we checked in. Could we actually do it? Yes. Is it advisable? We found the wedding rings we've always wanted. You're not a real father. And we were able to make it work. Although I will say, we were only able to make it work because I had the summer money.
Yep.
That we didn't even need to touch.
During the summer.
So, yeah, we were able to make it work, but literally, only because budget beats broke every time.
But we're not done yet.
Yes.
So, also, you didn't say what all you got.
Oh, no, that's
from
right.
the wedding fund.
We got her costume, which I have seen some parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. I'm trying to let it be a mystery. We got my costume. We got, what else?
We got both of our wedding rings.
Yeah, custom ordered. I took out some cash in case we found something else that we liked. And I think that's all. It just stacked up rather quickly at the custom. Can I say what kind of rings?
No, thank you.
Okay. Is nice.
Yes. But also, we brought in my July savings account interest for $59. And then Win put $50 towards adventure money and $20 towards miscellaneous money. And then also, Snacky Snacks happened for $10.
Yeah, they did.
And I put $417 in my variable envelopes. On the 24th, Win paid $1 for a game.
Yes.
And then more Snacky Snacks happened for $7. And then we went over budget by $21 on groceries.
I figured out how that happened. I thought about it and thought about it. I'm like, I didn't get anything unusual. And then I realized we're not in summer times anymore. We're in the school year. So the extra money that is necessary to spend during summer because the boys aren't in school getting their school breakfast and their school lunch, we're feeding them good meals all through the day. That's not necessary anymore, but I forgot to adjust. So I bought a summer amount of food this time at a time when the budget is only prepared for school year groceries.
I mean, I raised the budget for groceries and we still went over.
Yeah, no, I know. But that's part of how that happened. And then also a certain orange president is screwing around with tariffs and it's leaking into grocery bills.
Could we maybe limit the political talk?
It wasn't a judgment. It was...
Well, you called him an orange president.
I did. I'm not incorrect, but I understand.
Thank you.
Okay. Point is, tariffs are not good for grocery bills.
Correct. And on that note, more Snacky Snacks bought for $4 on the 25th. And then I paid my Home Depot credit card, which is how we financed our appliances. That's $46. Apparently, since I've made a payment, they lowered the minimum payment by $1. I'm not mad at it. And then on Wednesday, I paid for the security system. That's $57. And then put $150 towards extra debt, which went towards the flooring finance. And then on the 28th, car wash came out for $18. And then I saved $14 for Christmas, $28 for registration and license, and $258 for subscriptions, which is a lot. But also, I'm trying to save the full amount for subscriptions in 3 months, for the whole year's worth of subscriptions in 3 months. So the number's inflated. But now, onward to... Yes?
I would like to hear in the comments from you guys. Tell us about a time when you went wildly over budget, but for totally justifiable reasons. How did you make it work, knowing it was so far beyond what you originally planned?
Yeah. Okay. Onward to revolving envelopes, or variable envelopes, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't write the totals. One moment. Okay, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. So, this was kind of wild. For groceries, we started with $2, spent $99. So we added $76 and then $21. Bulk buys started with $0, spent $61, so that's what I added. Usually what happens is we go to Costco first, and then based on what we spend at Costco, we decide how much we can spend for groceries at the regular grocery store. However, we went over that amount. So, yay! Then transportation started with $243, spent $69, added $15, so there's $189 left. Health started with $130, added $80, spent $23, so there's $187 left. Home shopping started with $7, added $45, so there's $52. Birthday started with $28, added 5, so there's 33. Clothing started with 113, added 25, so there's 138. Shoes steady at 279. Pet care started with 105, added 20, so there's 125. Personal started with 0, added 70, spent 43, so there's 27. I lowered my personal money by $10 every pay period because I increased the subscription amount, how much the subscriptions cost. So this should eat up some of the difference. So yeah, there's 27 left in personal, and then for Elphaba, started with 316, added 20, so there's 336. And Elphaba is me matching the kids' savings deposits, but they have not been putting money in their savings accounts, so they get none of this. It's just going to build up until they start putting money in their savings accounts again. And let's see what that means for this paycheck budget. So, for inflow, his paycheck $18.31 as budgeted, my paycheck $15.58 as budgeted, other income $59. The other savings account interest will be coming out later, and then from savings $9,702 instead of the $13.50 that was budgeted. And we rolled over $2,743 as budgeted, so that's good. So that brings us to a total of $15,893 for inflow, which sounds great until you see how much money we spent. And then for his spending, which is Wynn's checking account.
Checking account. For spending. Thank you. Adventures. $50 to the boys because we got allowance back on track. Miscellaneous, 21. I assume that one is for the gaming.
Yep.
Doing better than before. Still got to stop spending outside the arrangement. So it's a subtotal spending of $71, leaving $15,822 for my savings and her spending. Then let's see, under savings, the only new things are that summer pay had to go somewhere because wedding got a sudden influx of catastrophic expenditure. So wedding got $9,702, leaving only $3,093.
As a subtotal.
Subtotal, $3,093, leaving $12,729 for her to save or spend.
And then we get to my spending, which is my checking account. Dining out was $25, budgeted $30 for the whole pay period. So, we're not sticking to this apparently. And then down to the Home Depot card, which is how we financed our appliances, $46 as opposed to the $47 budgeted. That's how much the minimum payment was. So, I'll keep my extra dollar. Thanks. Security system, $57, which is less than budgeted, which is fantastic. Car wash, $18 as budgeted. Extra debt, $150 as budgeted. Then variable envelopes, got $438 out of the $565 budgeted. So that is a subtotal of $734, leaving us with $11,995. Now we get to my saving, which is my savings account. For Christmas, I always pull playing cards for the little savings challenge. So that we pulled the Queen. So that's $14 as opposed to $60 that was budgeted. We will never have the same number as what the budgeted amount is for Christmas just because we pull random cards. And then we go down to the second priority, which is registration and license. That was $28. Hopefully there will be money for the other $28 next week. And then subscriptions saved $258 out of the $414 budgeted. So that's a total of $300 saved, leaving us with $11,695. And that takes us to savings spent. So for the wedding, out of the 1,100 budgeted, we spent $9,702. And that is the subtotal there. We have not gone back to school shopping yet. So there is $1,993 left to go to last us the next week.
Yeah. And again, that zero does not mean that our bank accounts are drained to zero. We are chaotic. We're not trying to be foolish. That just means that every dollar has a job. So when all the money that was brought in is spent up, it should be because budget beats broke every time.
Never forget that you too deserve financial stability, and I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.